Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto channel. Today we are taking a look at the December Bitcoin price action. I'm going to give you a little update and tell you exactly what we expect for the rest of December. So if you find this content useful, go ahead and click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Flip on over to our Discord. We would love to have you. Now let's dive in. So we're looking at the price chart. I gave you this video right here, major December update. I put this out before the month of December, and what it shows is historical data based upon the entire life of Bitcoin, okay? In that video, I put out a spreadsheet that went through and calculated all the highs, all the lows, the high date, the low date, the averages, this and that. And I put it all together on a spreadsheet, and I bifurcated the data and tried to get a pathway to what we could look for in the month of December. And what we came up with was a drop to the downside to open up December in the area of 5 to 7%. There it is. Sorry about that. 5 to 7%, which we got. We put the box on here. The price was right here when I posted this video, okay? So we drew the red arrow right down to this box. It came right into our box right here. This was our low, okay? This wick down here was November. This was our December low. And then we were looking for a move to the upside in the area of 28% or so. Now, that is based upon historical data, okay? That is the average move to the upside if we open up to the downside and hit the low within the first week, which thus far we have. So I did tell you in that video that I thought that was going to be a little aggressive to the upside for this particular cycle this month. It does come in right there in our golden pocket, and stats are stats. So we shall see. I told you in that video that I liked Bitcoin more in the area of 106K, 103K at a minimum, somewhere in there, and I still stick to that, okay? I think it's going to be a little bit less of a performance this month, but I do think we're fixing to get that rally over the next couple of months. Let me show you why. And I don't think the rally will end there. Here we're looking at Bitcoin price chart with BBWP to stochastic momentum. So this indicator right here, this is important, guys. This indicator right here is BBWP. It is a measure of volatility, okay? When volatility is headed up, that means that the price is moving one way or the other, up or down, with more intensity, right? What we're looking for is this 15 percentile, which I'll mark out on the chart right there, and I'll show you why I come to this conclusion, okay? So when Bitcoin comes down below, volatility comes below the 15th percentile, okay, and hangs out, that is called volatility contraction. This is on the 10-day. Now, it doesn't mean it can't be expanding on other time frames and making moves intraday and things like that, but the 10-day long-term time frame, it has been in contraction, but it just, in the last 10-day period, expanded, which means volatility is headed up. That does not mean price is headed up, though. To determine the direction of price, we refer to stochastic at the time of the cross. And as you can see right here, stochastic is bottomed out. We have to zoom in to see, but it actually curved to the upside, okay, with a complete bottom out here. And if you look at this metric right here that I have, this label, on the 10-day time frame, stochastic will remain headed to the upside as long as Bitcoin is above $84,800. So right now we're about $6,000, $5,000 above that. So got a pretty ways down to go before that flips around. So as of now, with stochastic headed to the upside, volatility expanding, we expect a big, powerful, aggressive move to the upside. Now, it doesn't mean it plays all out in one day. Let's take a look and see what happened last time we got volatility expansion with stochastic momentum to the upside. And you can see that was back in April here. We had volatility contracted below the 15 and then expanded above it. You see this? Okay, right here. Once it expanded above it, we then refer down to our stochastic momentum, right? Stochastic is also headed to the upside on this expansion, and you can see the move that we got to the upside with this. This was a move of about, turn my magnet off, guys, sorry. Before our first little pullback there, we got about a 56% move, a total move of 60%, guys. So 60% move to the upside. Now, these are 10-day candles, so it took a couple of months to play out. But nonetheless, it is the same setup that we currently are under. Let's look at one more example, the time before that, where Bitcoin volatility contracted and then expanded, which was right here. You see, we crossed back up, we expanded in volatility, and we were far down below to Stochastic. And at the time we got this expansion up, Stochastic was headed to the upside. And boy, look at the move that we had here. From expansion, bottom to top, another move, this time 65%, guys. Now you can go and check this historically. It is almost always correct, and it is a huge move every single time. So that is what we can expect, guys. So I do think the December historical stats will play out and that we will have a big move towards the end of December. I also think because this particular signal takes longer to play out because it's a higher time frame signal, this will bleed over into late January before we see the top of this rally that's about to come. And both of these were about 60% rally. So if we get that from the time of expansion, which was right about where current price action is, then a 60% move will put you at new all-time highs. But I don't think we get that this cycle, guys, but we could. Stats are stats. But I do think we get somewhere in the area of 30 to 40%, which would put you right back up in the 116 to 118 area, which if we refer back at 117 is our 786. I think that's going to be a good resistance spot, a good turnaround spot. If we break through that, we can look for new all-time highs. However, sometime in the month of January, I would look for this 117 to get hit. So looking for a big rally based upon historical data and volatility expansion for Bitcoin. So buckle up. Don't let these little intraday plays to the downside freak you out. I think everything is okay. I think Bitcoin's about to get a good rally, and it's going to leave a lot of people behind who are afraid and sitting on the sidelines. So be sure you subscribe to the channel. Join us. We would love to have you. We give all of these stats. We give these monthly stats and all of my trade setups and much, much more in the Discord, free and VIP. So join us there. See you next time.